and we're doing Texas and Vegas tonight, and we got our best top guys from mostly nearly all three series, but our main focus is going to be on our cup guys tonight as they take on Texas first, then we'll follow by Vegas.
Yeah, hey Trey, this is great. Giggity Racing League is putting on a really cool event at Texas uh, to honor everyone that's been affected by tragedies in El Paso and in Ohio over the weekend. It's uh,
Yeah, that's
it's horrible,
yeah, it's
right?
horrible to hear. And our everybody and from one family to another here at Giggity Racing, we send out to anybody who's in El Paso or in Ohio who tunes in to watch this radio. We do send our condolences to the families, friends, to whoever who may have lost a loved one in that terrible tragedy. Tragedy.
Yeah, and there's actually uh, a driver that's supposed to be in here tonight. I think he's having some technical difficulties at the moment. He was personally affected. He knew one of one of the victims in El
Uh,
Paso, and it's really sad. So
that's yes.
the start of the Texas race, they just qualified. We got the starting order. Go over that in a sec. But this is to bring everyone together, right, Trey?
Yeah.
We want to bring everyone together. NASCAR's got its own community. Everything has its own little niche, and everyone is so caring and loving, and it's too bad that that's not shown more towards other people. It's unfortunate that things like this happen. They do, though. We can't change that, but we can try to help people. So everyone, if anyone's out there watching, just try to love one another. So what these drivers are going to do for Giggity Racing League at the beginning of their El Paso 200, 250 at Texas, they'll be taking 2 laps, 3 wide, as as a moment of silence to remember them, to remember everything, not just them. It's remembering every tragedy that's occurred, and it's a great thing that they're doing for everyone, for all of us, for anyone that could be watching. I don't know if anyone's watching yet, but I I just hope that we can all kind of love one another. The Beatles said it best, Trey. All you need is love, dude. All you need is love,
that
and
is that's
that's all we
pretty
got to
much
show.
that's a true statement right there. And I said this is the time where I would say people just like when this one thing happens in a community, this will bring people together to realize how much a life means, and for those who may be gone, they are still loved, they are still in memory. So that's something we're hoping to show with this 3 wire saying, even though a lot of us are scattered across the states, but when something like that happens, we always want to give our respects to those who may have lost their lives or those who may have been affected by it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Just all the love out there to those that were affected, not just by this, but by anything that could be hurtful to them. Uh, just gotta be happy. If anyone's ever feeling depressed or anything, talk to someone. If anyone feels down, if anyone's getting bullied, talk to someone. That's all you gotta do. Well, it's not all you gotta do, but it helps. It
Yeah,
helps to let that out,
yeah.
right?
Like
And
saying,
and just put it out there. If it's a professional, family member, anyone on NASCAR, everyone's so nice on here.
mm, like saying
It's
that,
just like you gotta show the love, and you gotta think about other people, and
yeah.
it's just
Oh,
it's
like saying
unfortunate.
it's always good just to talk. Like saying don't hold nothing in, and like saying if somebody do anything bad to you, violence never solves the problem. Like saying eye for an eye, the world is blind. So stuff like that doesn't need to happen. Stuff like that needs to be avoided. And
Yeah,
I'm not the one to talk about politics. I'm not the one to talk about what's up with this country. But at most, everybody just needs to come together. I'm not trying to
That's
sound like a
crazy.
hippie, but like saying if everybody like saying with all this stuff like with police and everything, if the one thing if everybody could see one color, I bet this world would be just a little bit better. And if everybody didn't think so negative at all the times and just thought with a peaceful mind, just know how to say sorry and apologize, even though you might not do nothing, just say I'm sorry
Yeah,
and
yeah,
apologize. Just to say that, I bet this world would be a better, peaceful place.
yeah. It really would. It really would. It's just so it's it stinks when things like this happen, man. You don't. No one sees it coming really, and oh man, I just can't imagine whatever what those family members are going through right now.
Yeah,
And
it's a
you know
tough
my
thing. It's a
yeah
tough thing to swallow. But
yeah
from one sad thing to a good thing, we're about to go racing here in Texas soon. So
that's right.
let's go from something sad to something positive. Like saying we're gonna have nearly a full field tonight. Use our full fields are like unlike Cup who has 40 cars on up to 40 cars. Ours is about 16 plus. Like saying you get like the regular 13, 12 car of regulars. Then like saying if you saw earlier we had a dash race where the top three were were able to move on. Even though I did race, it was just for me to have a little fun, and a little bit of redemption because I did. Like I say, if you saw earlier, and if not, you can always go back to our YouTube page and watch our All Star race. Here, our third segment here, I was leading, and there was a I would say a catastrophic error that happened. That when when other people saw on the track, I didn't see, and it just ended up me going from first to 10th in just one corner on the last lap. So I just need to get some redemption for me. But the guys I raced with and who made it, Cars, Nap Fan, and who was the third? And back to
Uh
you, back to you,
yeah,
RC,
back to bad or
yeah, RCN. Those guys, I'll keep my eye on them. Like I said, they're not Cup regulars. I think some of them are
they're
development.
development
Yeah,
drivers. Yeah,
development and
that's what Taddy was telling me
yeah, they're
when we were
development and truck
broadcasting that.
drivers. They're like I said,
Yeah.
like I said, they're new family members to our series. Like I say, if you haven't seen them yet, you'll see them tomorrow in our truck race. But like saying, don't count them out. Don't count out Trout, Lysa Plant, Boomhauer, Taddy, anybody here in this series. Because with that, and we have a couple guys that have the hot seat too, which I think was Marcus and them, and we're getting the invites to join
Right.
the session. So we're gonna hop over there. Did you
Let's
get
do
one?
it.
Did you
I
get an
did.
invite? Okay, so we're
Yes, I
hop.
did. Thank you.
Uh, so we're hopping over there. As it's loading in, we're hopping over there, and like saying they should be I would say at least getting into formation to to get to do the salute for the 3 wide salute for airbound tech and for El Paso, and for the next 2 laps we'll go Mike Silence for those who lost their lives and for those who's affected their families that were affected. So for the next 2 laps, we want to take a memory for all the people in El Paso or in Ohio that who is no longer here with us. So once we get loaded in, we'll be Mike Silence for the next 2 laps.
Yeah. Yeah, this it's special. I'm getting goosebumps actually. Like literally I am. It's they're gonna take the first lap to kind of get in formation, which we're seeing here, and they've got a special car leading right now. And let's do it, guys.
Yep. If you saw that, that was the tribute. Now, since then, everybody's going to get into their starting position, and we're going to go green here shortly.
Yeah, they said that they're going to go green at lap 5, so it looks like they're going to take this lap to get into formation, but they look like they may be all set. Heck, who knows? They may go sooner than we thought. Looking at qualifying, though, Kay Larson, starting 11th. Let's see who's first. Life is
Life's a plan.
Life has a plan. Life's a plan. I like that. Life has a plan. He's first, 28.745. Second, A-Trout. Third, Titans, 3-2-1. Or 3-1-2, sorry, man. In the 24.
And it looks like they're all lined up, and looks like...
Oh, yeah, they're going.
Yeah, they're going racing right now.
Oh, see? I thought so. I thought that might happen.
Yeah, as they're going side by side, we got Trout on the outside, Lights the plant. He's trying to get the outside lane move. And we see Big D on the bottom trying to get some spaces back. But as he goes, oh, Plant's getting loose in the center. Gets loose in the center. He slides up, keeps up in the wall. But that's going to open the door for the 24 and the 18. As the 18 looks, A-Trout looks to lead the first lap here. But don't look now, but that 24 is coming on the bottom. And he coming, ooh, got a little bit, looks like maybe a lag spike or somebody got loose on the back. Oh, there's a big wreck in the back.
Yeah, that is a big wreck.
And it looks like there is no caution. So, actually, no, there is a caution out. Looks to see the 6 of Kay Larson, the 9 of Spanker, and I know it was a 22 of
Napa fan.
Napa fan, who is another developmental driver, so tough break for those guys. But it's early in the race, so they got plenty of time to bounce back. But at the moment, it looks to see, we have the 24 car. Do you know who's 24 is?
Yeah, that's Titans. That is Titans. Titans is a new driver with these guys. He's kind of on an honor system right now. He did real well last week on Monday, and they're letting him in here. It's nice. Yeah. Let's see how this restart goes.
Yeah. Looks like the yes,
the 96 is going to be taking the lead right now.
96 and the 38 of
Bad for You Racing. Oh, we had it wrong. We said bad. Yeah, Bad for You Racing. He did a great job in that dash race. The 96 there.
96 pulling up front, and that 21's 21's come right behind him. Give him
by the 21.
Oh, 21's got nose underneath him. He's gonna look for the lead, and that's where he gets loose in center and going to wash up the track, and that's gonna lead the door open for A-Trout. Take the lead, and Titan's gonna come right behind him. Ooh, contact with him and Titan, RQM and Titan going to the triangle. But it looks like they stay together, and that bottom lane of like 10 cars may start freight train in 96. Now as you see, Titan makes a move to get by the 18 of Trout on the inside, and he's got his some more contact behind him. 38 got a little loose behind him, but Titan's gonna try to fight for lead. But the 38 back racing may try to force the issue, make it 3 wide as we got cars in the grass. In the back, cars around 6 around, 36 around. I think the 88, the 4 car, and is everybody. It's more easy to tell who wasn't in that race.
Yo, right? Oh man, I'm surprised.
But I think we're still green. There's no caution.
Yeah.
And
I can't believe that.
And up front is there's more contact in the front. Couple cars swaying back and forth. But with all that, the rookie Titan making his I would say his
third start or his cup debut, yeah?
Yeah, his first, he's racing the trucks. He actually won in his second start in the trucks. But this will be his first Cup Series start with us. So give a shout out for him. As actually he had the hot seat, I would assume. But I also want to give a shout out to that 38 car back to you, who's in, well, he's dropping them back to the pack, but he was right up second. But as you see behind him, you see Trout, RKM, and them as they are side by side. Oh, RKM got loose in the entry of 3 and 4. He's gonna wash up, kept the straight, but he's gonna lose a lot of time. Oh, got a couple cars, maybe make some contact right behind them.
Wow, he did a great job. RKM did a great job staying away from that 38, and also that 38, that developmental driver. Bad for you is just, he did a great job keeping his cool, staying on the high side without getting in the wall. He lost a few spots, but it's still early in the race. We'll see where it goes. The 24 Titans looks like he's kind of pulling away a little bit, but man, that 18 of A-Trout, he's pulling away too from the rest of the field. I can't wait to see. This is gonna be a good race.
And
looks like
I'm saying, as you look right now, this is about the top 10 right here. About, I would say, about under the red. Probably maybe 3/10 separating each other.
Man.
But up front, it's the rookie, Titan, as he's being led by Trout, and then the 12 of Teddy.
Ooh,
Teddy caught the apron. Teddy caught the apron.
To bring it between the 12 and the 1, I believe.
I don't know. It looked like maybe
40, the 42, not the 1. Sel McDonald's at 12-1. But the 9 tried to make it 3 wide between the 12 and the 42, and it just didn't work for him. Or didn't work for the 42, really. We've got a big field today here at Texas. A lot of people want to get involved to honor those affected, and they're so far putting on a great show. Man, I would not want to be that 38 right now. I don't know if you see this, but I'm on the overhead camera view, and he had no room for error right there, being squeezed between the 12 in front of him and the 20.
Oh, he's gonna get a run on 12. Looks like 12 man caught the wall coming out too. That's gonna open the door for him to gain a spot.
Yeah, that 38 wants to get back up there. These developmental drivers, these new guys, are really showing these veterans right now that they got some spunk, but speed doesn't always account for everything, in my mind, Trey. I don't know. Man, these guys are still nose to tail. 4th or 3rd to 5th. And that 9, it's just bringing the 9 car up to them.
But as you see right there, as I said, not a rookie, up to 3rd. Now, with all of them trying to get lined up, them 4 cars, as you see the 23, that white car of AJG, look to the inside tag. If these 3 can get lined up, they can catch those front two cars. But the one thing I'm thought, because we raced here earlier in the All-Star event, when you start on the slider and your tires wear, your car starts pushing. But since we had that first caution, some of these guys may have made a quick adjustment. But the one thing I noticed from racing here earlier in the year is 1 and 2, you kind of have to back the corner up, because especially on old tire, or you got to ease back into the throttle, because that corner, when you come out, it's banking, but when you come out to the back stretch, it's flat. So the car just wanted to come out and push out the corner. So that's one thing we're going to have to look for, because a lot of guys may be having trouble with that, because they might start, like saying, bounce on the wall, as you saw Titan do, and that's going to open the door for Trout to get underneath them. And here comes Trout. He's going to push up just a little bit, try and get some of that side draft, trying to slow him down. But as they side by side coming along, Trout's going to lead that lap. But with these two...
That's kind of what I was saying before. You know, speed is a lot, but it's not everything. He's got to learn.
Oh, okay, right Trout clear coming out the corner.
He's not clear. No, he's not. Oh, Titans gets into him a bit out of 2.
That
Oh,
might
what
be
do
a
you think Josh
situation.
Trout did by holding
Oh,
that?
got 38s on the apron. He might got contact with the wall and it's stacked up behind him. But he's going to try to keep it down there. He's going to keep it down there. Good job by him. Ooh, 96. Actually, they might be.
I
I
think
just
38
did.
is
38 and the 96, they stayed out, so their fuel mileage might be a little short. So, unlike some of
very
these
good point.
guys, oh, looks like the 18 caught the wall, and that's going to give Titan the lead back.
Wow.
Like, that's.
It's a give and take.
Like saying what I was saying, turn two, that flat corner, especially on old when tires start to wear, the car wants to push coming out the corner. Ooh, as you see the 23
Yeah.
as make a little contact. And I think I saw the 21 coming down pit road too. Maybe some of these guys, I see the 22, his four teammates come with them too. Some of these guys may be struggling just a little bit. Maybe needs
Yeah,
to
that
make.
outside wall out of turn 2 comes up on you quick, man. It looks like the leader, Titans in 24, is pitting right now.
The 24, the 23, the 42. A lot of these front runners start to make their pit stop. I think we see a car hit the inside wall. But with that, that'll bring the lead to the 18 of 8 Trout. So, oh, as he hit the wall coming out the corner, his car might be starting to push. And here comes Taddy on the outside, maybe closing the game. He might, let's say, maybe the 18's coming to pit road with the 12 following. No, looks like he's going to stay out another lap. Try to get some bonus points from leading the lap.
Yeah, I think that I think we're going to see a lot of issues with these drivers getting on the pit road today. I've already witnessed a few guys hit that wall trying to get on pit road. It's kind of like when you come off the apron and you get to that flat ground, it disrupts the car, shakes you around, and I've seen a few guys lose a bit of time. I want to see where Titan stands after A-Trouts finishes his pit. He's on pit road right now, but I believe he had a cleaner pit entry. Titans is coming around and just hit the start-finish line. Let's see where he stands with the 18. Oh man, he's got a ton of time on the 18 actually. Maybe the 18 was very conservative getting onto pit road.
May have been.
Because now he's out of sight. Maybe Titans took 2 tires. I don't know. I don't know. But the 9 is on pit road. 88.
Well, the leaders, Taddy's on pit road right now. He'll bring leaders down. But like I say,
and the 12, man, that 12 is Taddy. Yeah, he's on pit road, but I don't see anyone coming with him.
like I say,
Everyone's on different strategies. That makes it makes it a lot of fun.
But with that, here comes you see Taddy, and as you see the 24 takes the lead back. Now, where will Taddy cycle out through this? Because you saw that he's going to lose a couple spots with that staying out. But would that be something he's trying to see how far can he go? And
yeah, really like to try and find one of their live streams. I'm trying to do that right now.
I found RKM's. His is Ryan Morgan.
All right.
Oh, you got the 12. Looks like 12 man caught the wall on exit. But him and A-Trout, they had their streams up going. So
awesome.
And it looks like right now RKM's in 9th as.
Yeah, RKM's in 9th. He's got a Celtics fan in front of him.
You got RKM's stream?
Yep, I do got it. I'll see what how many laps are left in this stage next time by. I don't think anyone could have made the whole rest of the stage from that caution, do you?
I wouldn't doubt it. 'Cause I would think fuel run is probably like maybe 20 laps. I'm betting the stage is like 40. So it was that, and the caution came real early. Now if it came maybe later in the run, and they might be able to make it, but right now, like I said, I'm betting. The thing is, tires wear so much air, they wear just at the brim of a fuel. I'll say your tires about fall off where you can't barely drive it, about with about 8 to 10 laps of fuel still left in the car. So
Oh, so it's more of a tire strategy than a fuel. But this should be coming to 8 to go right here. Or the next lap by for the leader. I believe the leader, if everyone pitted it, I think it would be Titans.
Yeah, Titans the leader.
He got out well ahead.
Titans the leader, and Titans the leader. Bad Fuse in third. In third, Trout's in second. R.J. Smith's in fourth, and Carfan is in.
That 42 is going for third of R.J. Smitty, and he's bringing the 21 with him. That 21 is Cards Fan. He got in through the dash as well.
Yeah, and like I saying, other than on the Nap Fan who's in the earlier wreck before pit stop, a lot of these dash guys they're running up front right now. They showing what they can do.
I know.
So. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Cars Fan and Back for You, there were some good hard racers. I saw class saying out from racing and the dash, a lot of these guys looks like they had a good handle for the car. And like saying, knowing that the dash is just a quick sprint, you couldn't really make pit stops. Those guys were hitting their marks really good because my car stopped plowing. I couldn't hold the line. They just stopped pulling away from me. So I like to see how these guys will turn out, and like saying with these three guys starting to line up, they might be able to catch Trout, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to catch Titan for this first stage. So we can see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think Titans would have to make a huge mistake for them to catch because he's about 3/4 of the backstretch ahead of them, and he's got a great paint scheme on his car today with the Reunited, and it's real nice to see. Titans also from Texas, and yeah, he's got a big lead. I feel like he had to have done some type of strategy because he hit the inside wall going into pit road. Unless the 18 really was conservative and slowed down a ton.
May have been, but that's another thing about pitting early. If you have a fast car and you pit early, and you can make up ground, cause I say that's like what I mean. Tires and the fall off here is such a big difference. Cause a lap for Trout on old tires, he might have been pushing. He might have been like saying way off the pace a little bit than when he had with four fresh tires, while Titan was making up ground and trying to run him down as fast as he could, and that's probably what opened the door. As we see, like I said, we see Titan, he's like gapping the field, like saying, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good run.
Yeah.
Like good run for this rookie up front racing, showing he can do, maybe getting some scouts looking at him maybe for next season, because we are getting down close to getting to the playoffs. But I say, ooh, let's see the 21 and the 38 get side by side. Going in the corner.
I was just actually watching a battle with the 88 and the 9. That was pretty good. I think they may have settled things out. Yeah, this 21 and 38 look good.
Like saying two dash drivers trying to show who's better than who. Which Ford is better?
Yeah,
but
it's you know, you got to show it or go home right now.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but they want to really do their best, and they're definitely doing that.
And like saying, these guys are not cup riggers. They're more truck guys, and like I say, they're developmental truck guys. So they're new faces that just getting their feet wet in the series. So probably with this like saying, probably open the door for them maybe to find a good home for them for a team and all that. As I think that's the end
Yeah,
of the stage,
it is. Yeah,
and the rookie
Titans.
takes stage one. And like I say,
Wow.
driving that 24, that William Bar car, and like I say today at Watkins Glen, he looked strong there too. Had some trouble.
Yeah.
Let's not hope that same fate happened for our guy Titan in that 24
I
car.
know. Yeah, right. You got to think about it. Young kids doing this. Uh, you're doing well early. You got to think of the whole race. He's been doing this for a little bit, so he probably knows that by now. We'll see what happens, but looks like everyone should be hitting pit road. We'll see. I don't see why not, because tires have to be done. Like you said, it really does seem like the tires are wearing a lot more than the gas is allowing. And we're about to go green. 24 still has the lead with the 18 of A-Trout on his outside. 42 of RJ Smitty's right there, and then on his outside is 21 of Cards Fan, who got in off of the dash. The 12 of Taddy has to go a little high. I think he probably sensed something.
But I say that the rookies, there are some pressure for some of these veteran cup guys. As you said, we got 3 rookies and 3 cup regulars, 3 rookies that we we got car on the grass. Can he keep it straight? I think that was the 9 Spanker that went for a slide in the grass, kept it straight. He might have gained 2 spots doing that too. But
oh man,
yeah. But let's see these 3 rookies
work well for. I think the 4 car of Life's a Plant, or Life as a Plant, he got the short end of that.
But as I said, we got 3 rookies and 3 veterans. The rookies being the 24 Titan, the 38 of Bad for You, and
bad for You.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and the and the 21 Cars fan going up against some of these cup regulars with RJ Smitty, Trout, and Celtics fan, and they're actually holding their own, especially Titan up there running up front. He actually leading this pack, and as Trout and RJ trying to sell each other out, trying to figure out who's going to run second. That's going to maybe open the door for Bad for You, because he's lurking in the wake. But he's on he got put under some pressure from that 88 of Celtics fan as he gets shuffled back out. Now Titan's got 3 veterans on his bumper trying to get around him. And it looks like Titan can't really run that bottom lane. He's got to run like the middle. Got big wreck in the back.
Wow.
21's around. Who was it? I think it was the 21, the 22. It may have looked like the 21 may have caught the apron and just snapped loose on him. And like I said,
9 was involved. 22, yeah.
But like saying, with that being, that's a big break for Liza Plant, who did lose a lot of time.
Yes.
And now, here's the question. Like saying, it's early in the stage. Like saying, you saw, like saying, fall off on tires. Do you pit now or you stay out and just ride it out to the pit stop? For me,
I mean, yeah, it's tough.
Like saying, if I'm in the, like saying, the top 5 probably will stay out. And if I was these guys in the back like Plant, I'll come in and get tires. Like saying, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm already in the back. I might as well stay there. Like, we got a couple guys play maybe some strategy. One being that 22 of Larson. 22 and the 42 of Larson, they might have just took no tires or 2 tires and got some track position. Now let's see if they can use it.
Yeah, let's see how Titans does not being in the lead right now.
Oh, he's peeking. He's peeking. He tried. he
saw that too.
Oh, he's going to get run on the inside. Here comes the 24 on the inside of 22. As, like saying, Smitty, his car, he's dropping like a rock. As that 3 wide behind us, but 2 rows back, 3 wide. Oh, got a car on the grass. Oh,
another wreck. That's got to pull out another caution.
Yeah, 12's in it. I think 42's in it. The 36 was in it. And
Yeah, that was with 32 laps to go in the second stage too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
Like saying
that was
that.
what people are gonna do, man.
But like saying that's the concept of taking 2 tires where everybody else took 4. Like saying that's how big of it means to have tires here. Cause you saw, even though Larson was lean, but Titan could just get that good run off the corner, and you see how big a deal. While RJ, who probably took 2 too, fell like a rock and just got put in the outside line, and he was dropping a rock. Like saying he was dropping to the back of the pack in a hurry, and it won't buy hit.
Saw that. Dude, we saw that a few times, like especially with that 38. Anytime he'd get pushed to the top and there's no one with him, that inside line would just bolt, and it would bolt out of there.
But as we go back green, we see the Chevrolets leading the front group. As we see the 88 and the 24, but now we got the 22 right behind the 24. Now let's see. Ooh, saw a little contact with the 38. He got pushed up the track.
9 may have had an issue too. That could have been a lot worse. I saw it becoming a lot worse than it was. Good for him, man.
Yeah, we got another car.
Keeping it together.
Couple more cars sliding, but the thing I'm praying for, like saying, I'm watching is how that 22 can hang up front with these guys with 4 tires. Because I know Trout and Celtics, they want to get by him because he's a little bit slower. But like saying,
yeah,
it's
that 24 is drifting off the track. Yeah.
Like saying that 22, he might hold them up. But here comes Celtics. Look to the inside of the 18 of Trout, trying to get 3rd spot, and he might bring that 20.
Celtics.
He might bring the 23 of AJG with him too. That's going to help him close up. And like saying, I know it's still early on, but that 22 is staying up there with him. So if you can just stay in the front pack and not get stuck on the outside lane, you might be able to make 2 tires work. As I say that, he hits the wall.
Oh, the 22 gets in the wall a bit. That's so funny how that happens, Trey.
But like saying, that's the... Like saying, it's just how
the tires, like you're, yeah, dude.
How those tires are when they get, how the tires get wear. And
the next caution gonna be?
You
don't know.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's just how that corner is, how it comes out and just comes flat, and the car just wants to go when you come out the corner. It just wants to go straight to the wall. So you gotta really.
That wall comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and like I said, you have to ease up into it. Like saying, when your tires on, you can't really go full throttle out the corner like you can do with 4 tires, because they're not going to stick. They're going to keep sliding up top of the track. And like saying, next thing you know, you're going to be pounding the wall. Now, as the 24, he's put up a big gap in between those guys, as we got a couple more cars smacking the wall coming out of 2. As see the 23, the 18, and them, they all battling for position as there's a lot of racing going along here.
Wow.
And like I said, it looks like everybody.
I gotta say, with all these cars in here, look at them. They're all like in a line.
Ooh, the 23 AJ got a good run through the center at 1 and 2. He got nearly right up to the back bumper of Celtics fan in the 88.
Yeah, this is what that 24 wants to see in his rearview mirror.
I don't know
if he wants to see that.
I don't know if he wants to see that, because they know.
If they cause a caution, yeah, that's the last thing he wants.
Well, actually, no, because they're running nose to tail right now. That ain't side by side. That's not what he wants to see.
But they're not catching him.
That's true. That's true.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
He must have a good handling car.
Send him to the hauler. He's going to the hauler after the race. That's for sure. They're going to the R&D, research and development. Let's see what's wrong with that car.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah.
Like, cause he just might have a good handling car. Like I say, his car might not fall off as much as it does anybody else's. Like those guys.
Oh, looks like the 22 had an issue trying to get to pit road.
Oh, 23's looking the inside of the 88. He got a little of a bumper to him. Gonna push him off the track. That might bring his team. Let's see if his teammates can go with him and help him get by him. But it looks like Celtics will be able to clear him coming out too. But no, his one thing Celtics don't want to see. He has 3 Toyotas right behind him. So it's 3 against 1, and I think them Toyotas gonna try to get by him.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by that 96 RKM. I think he's a sleeper right now. We haven't really talked much about him, but he's always been up there. He's lurking, dude.
Well, he's one of the
He's
guys.
gonna be there.
Oh, here comes
He's
that.
gonna be there. Ooh,
Oh,
the 88. Oh,
oh,
man. What a
contact.
good job. Oh,
Oh,
no.
big wreck.
Oh, he doesn't collect anyone somehow.
Yeah. It
Oh,
looked
dude.
like saying when those three guys got together, he tried to side draft them, trying to slow it down. Maybe try to get him a little loose, try to get by him, and it just didn't work out, and he's gone to the back now. That's a tough break for him. But it's like I say, it's still early. It's stage 3. Now, this is really
Now AJG though. Let's see.
But here's the one thing. This is really don't want what Titans didn't want to see. 3 same manufacturers lined up 1, 2, 3. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to hook up each other and try to run him down. And
Yeah,
like I said,
and actually looking back from Titans, it looks like AJG is kind of closing that gap a bit.
but like I said earlier, Tiny looks like he can't run like towards the to the white line. He's got to run like a lane up and he slides up to the middle. As like I said, as I was saying, the Toyotas look like. It looks like AJ might have pushed. He got a little help from his teammate in the 18. But yeah,
man, I'd really like to see what this 9 can do as well. He's been making a lot of moves. This 96 and 9. I want to see what they can get going today.
Like I said,
AJG and that 23 is gonna have to recover too.
Like I said, oh, here comes the 24, tighten the pit road. So he, like I said,
wow.
Oh, he hits the inside wall, just trying to slow down. And RJ Smitty spins out.
He made it. Alright, he made it.
Like I said, it looks like RJ Smitty might spun out coming down pit road. And that's going to be a tough break for him. He's going to lose a lot of time. And it looks like he might not make commitment line. Because it looks like he's flying through pit road. Don't know if he's going to get
a lot of guys are going to pit. A lot of guys move down on the backstretch.
Yeah, 18's coming. His teammates coming to 96. The 23 too. All the Toyotas coming together. Cause like I saying, I think they saw what Titan did on that first stage caution.
Yep.
On like saying in the first stage when he pitted, he had got a big gap for just pitting a lap early. So staying out a long time on these tires, unless you know your car can still handle and knock out laps here. Because if your car's falling off, it's gonna make a big difference on these pit stops. Cause
Titans had a little issue getting. He was definitely checking his rearview mirror. Saw that 42 who hasn't pitted coming around, and he got on the apron, got on the track a little bit from the apron. It looked like the car was going to spin. He held it together. He lost some ground there, but
got big wreck. Wreck. It looked like saying, looked like gas coming out pit road with somebody like saying what you said, try and get up to speed, and it spins them coming out of pit road.
I think you and I are just jinxing everyone.
It's that broadcaster. It's that broadcaster magic. Once you start talking about somebody, that's where it starts going bad.
I know, dude. That's ridiculous. It's very coincidental how that happens. But those guys did such a great long green flag run. They had to start pitting, man.
Yeah.
They were riding so well around.
But here's the bad thing about this. A lot of these guys are now trapped a lot down on that green flag cycle. And there was a couple guys that I think they was on pit road when the caution came out. So some of these guys may stay trapped a lap down.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, it looks like everyone that was on the lead lap pitted, and everyone that wasn't stayed out, so they'd get that wave round. Smart move.
Yeah,
by those bunch of guys. But now Titans is as far back as we've ever seen in this race.
So let's see what he can do.
That 12.
And like I say, in that 12 of Taddy, and like I say, our Pulsar, Lysa Plant, he's back up there towards the front. Let's see what he can do. I know.
Heck yeah.
Oh, looks like man, Laconda, here goes Spanker to the back bumper of Teddy. Oh, car on the ground. 42 Seconds, keep me that. Oh, big wreck.
Wow.
Big wreck.
The 21 was doing a really good job. Through 3 and 4, he got a little tight. Went up the track. And the 42 was there. The 21 was doing a great job staying off the wall, staying off the 42, but I think coming off the corner, he was still turning a bit too much, or maybe it was both of them, but you know, those things happen. What can you expect when you're going this fast and you're 3 wide? But we'll see what kind of strategy these guys play now. I mean, I wouldn't be bidding. Let's see how many laps we got to go. But Taddy, in that 12 car, taking the lead like that off of some strategy, maybe, or just staying out a little longer and that caution did come out, that played well for him. Because look at the lead he had, you know, like he was doing really well. I can't wait to see how the rest of it goes for him. He still stays in the lead as we go green. The 12 is almost clear. Or he
Ooh, they're about to be
clear of the 9. The 24 is making his way up, but he's getting jostled around.
Oh, they're gonna be 3 wide. Oh,
on every side. Oh,
big rank 6
like
around.
6 may have had an issue. Probably another caution will be called here.
I don't know if the 24 got a little loose coming out of 2, or the 6 got a big run. He tried to block, and the 6 had a 42 underneath them.
You know what I think that was? You know what I think that was? I think that was lack of brake lights. Not saying that they're using their brakes, but I saw Titans go towards the inside of the second place car because they left a little room, and then I think he had to let off a bit, so the 6 kind of got into him, and then I think that just kind of accordion effect, you know. That 6 car had to lose a lot of momentum, made everyone else behind him lose all that momentum, and things happened because of that. That's kind of how I saw it. But no one's going to pit, so let's see how the rest of the stage is going to go. And I'll give you all a lap count. Whoever's watching, thank you.
As we go back green, we see our Taddy and RKM leading in the front.
2 to go. 2 to go on the stage.
And like saying, and look who's back in second. The guy we've been talking about, the rookie who's making a big impact right now, Titan, who's back up to second. He's gonna try to look to see if he can get by. Oh, looks like Taddy might got. Oh, big contact. As it looks like Taddy and big right behind him. 24, 42.
Like the 21, the 22 may have gone into the 24 that pushed them all up there.
Cause it looked like Taddy either got loose in center, or he just backs up so much in corner exit, and Tiny didn't realize it, ran in the back of him and just got himself loose. Like saying, when one, it just like a coin flip, everybody was just stacking up.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was saying just a minute ago too. I think it was an accordion effect. I think Titans had to maybe lift a little. The 22 was right there, because from the way that I was looking at it, looked like the 22 just got in the back of the 24 a bit. 24 got in the 12, and that happens. But look at who won that stage. RKM, that 96. I was saying I want to watch out for him. I see stuff with him. He was lurking. He was lurking a ton. So let's see what happens. And then when you look for Titans, and where the heck is he? He's all the way in the back.
Yeah, that's a tough.
We're going to have to see if he can make some moves. But as we go green here, it looks like the 22 played some strategy. Even though he didn't win the stage, he's starting first, so there's definitely...
Oh, big wreck behind the 9's around. Big wreck in the back, 23, 88, man. 12, 24, 21. Big wreck in the back. Looks like I said, another accordion effect style.
Yeah, these guys, you know, there's, what, 81 laps left. They've got some time. They can hang out a bit, try and get their car together, and make moves when you need to. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose ground, but you don't want to try to populate the same space as someone else. Let's see who tries to make any strategy calls here. Who's doing math in their head?
Like I said, this will be the time you can play a little strategy. Now it's trying to make a little strategy call. See, like saying, because we seen we can have long green flag runs. So maybe some of the guys starting to get out that calculator and see if they can play a little strategy and get up to the front.
Right. But looking at the map, thanks to RKM, all the leaders, I think at least the top 8, they stayed out.
Yeah.
So that didn't really help the guys in the back.
Oh, RKM got a little loose in the center of 3 and 4. But here comes the 18 Trout. He's gonna try to peek and see the 4 car too. Those guys trying to get back and forth. I know they have first car, and a guy we haven't talked about that much, that 36 of Boom, who's repping the tribute to the Paso series here with a Texas flag on him. He's back up in the front. Oh, yeah. Big wreck behind him. Looks like that 24 is in 23, 9, 21.
Oh no.
Big wreck. I couldn't tell what happened there. It might have been like say somebody, like saying could be like somebody could have caught the grass or maybe took a wrong angle going in the corner.
Yeah, I think it's people trying to make moves, and the space just isn't there.
Like saying,
or you're not sure the car. I don't know, man. It could be a lot of things.
Like saying this track is so draft happy is so crazy because draft here means so much. You get such a big run and everything, and like say you try to like lift to get the guys some room, well the other guy's gonna come on an even bigger run than you had. Either like I say, I know he gonna try to lift too, but like saying when you lift and like saying you go from, it's like going from 0 to 60 and a guy behind you still doing 120.
Dude, for sure, man. And Napa fan in that 22, he's making some good calls. He's still in the lead. And like you just mentioned, Boom in that 36.
Ooh, so contact made
right
with the 2 leaders going into 1. That's the 36 and Boom, who like saying who's repping the tribute for El Paso and with the Texas flag. He's up front now, and like say now we see Celtics going from bottom to top. Let's see if he can try to make a move on that 22 of Napa fan. And see Boom, he might be starting to push. Ooh, they're going to be 3 wide coming to the triover. Can they make a stick back here?
Ooh, the 24. The 38 got into the wall a bit, and the 24 was right there. Oh, poor Boom.
That 36. Looks like AJ's going to be up in the wall.
Floating around.
Everybody's trying to catch each other. Like I said,
they don't want to get... They want to take every bite they can, man. Like
I said, I don't know how they all say that, but I don't know. But we see a battle for the lead. Here comes the 88, looks to the inside of the 22 and that fan. And he 88 may bring RKM 1 or 2 as RKM tries to get through it. It looks like he's gonna push coming out the corner. Oh, we got car still up in the wall.
AJG's up in the wall. He's really trying to pull it through 1 and 2. Titans fell back a bit. And in the lead right now, we got that 88, man, Celtics fan, right? Yeah, go, buddy. Still got a lot of racing to go. The 96 that I was talking about, he's right there. RKM. It's wonderful.
It's crazy how the tables are turning. Cause at first, we was talking about the rookie Titan be up front. Now we got the 22 Napa fan up front now, showing what he can do with some of these cup regulars. And like saying 2 spots behind him, we got the 21 car fans who's like saying running the top 5. He's been up front most of the day, basically running in like saying mid pack, mid top 5s, mid top 10s. So he's been having a good run. And that 38 too, he's been up front. Even though he's gonna be going from the back to the front all day, he's been running inside the top 10. And now we're getting a 4-car battle for lead. Ooh!
Oh, 96 up to 22.
It looks like the 96 just got a little loose on.
Good save, 22.
Yeah, and with that's gonna open the door for the 42. Maybe pick his nose going into 1 or 2. He's gonna think better of it than just drop.
Shut real quick though. You see that?
Yeah, as And like saying, this 5-car baron, that second pack, looks like Taddy, Trout's going to the inside of Taddy, trying to get out front and lead this pack, this second pack.
Oh, but look at that. Like you said, it's draft happy. He's got no one helping him up there.
Yeah.
But you know what I got to say? Titans, when he was in the lead, he was able to pull away. The only person I saw that was able to do that 12 car, Taddy. He was the only other person. I think he's just been having some bad luck right now. He knows it's a long race. He'll get it together. He knows he's got a fast
here comes
car.
Tiny. He's going to
lead, he was out.
Here comes Tiny. He's going to the inside of the 9. And he's going to try to get up there. Like I say, he's trying to work his way back to the front.
Sure is.
But
as the 24 is side by side with the 9 of Spanker. That 18 of A-Trout right in front of him. They want to get to that pack.
Ooh, it's like the Spanker was trying to fall back in line behind the 9, but Taddy had it already trying to fill the hole.
He was there. Yep. Like, hey, buddy.
But as we go back to the front,
he's losing a little momentum.
But as we go back to the front here, we still see Celtics fan in front of RKM. But here comes that 42 of RJ. He's trying to peek a nose in there. Just try to stick a nose in there. Oh, it looks like he got loose coming out.
42 gets little hot out of 2.
And that's going to open the door for Nat fan and cars to get underneath them. Now let's see these two dash drivers get underneath, to work together and try to get back up there.
Yeah, I got to give a lot of credit to that 88 Celtics fan. He's been under a ton of pressure the last few laps, and he seems cool as ice, dude. I'm pretty impressed with that. I hope I don't jinx you right there, but that was pretty good stuff. And
well, here comes the 96 to the inside. He's gonna look for the lead now.
Crud, man, I messed. You know what? I should just keep my mouth shut then.
Well, like saying, we're getting later and later in this run. A lot of guys' tires are starting to fall off, especially when a lot of these guys that have been pushing. As I say that, the 96, as we're going back, go 3 wide for the lead. As the 96 went way wide, coming out to, and the 22 tried to go underneath them. And now that's going for the 42.
Got a little too tight. Coming out of 2, went right up in the wall, lost a few spots.
But yeah, as I still saying, these tires starting to fall off. And with these guys going back and forth, it's letting that second pack close in right now, led by the 24 of Titans. So he's coming back fast in a hurry.
Oh man!
And here comes RJ looking for the lead, coming out of 2. He's going to be in the inside of RKM. And it looks like
I agree with you. These tires, man, the tires are falling off.
Like saying, the thing, what I see is you do not want to be leading with these old tires, because it looks like whoever is leading, it looks like they drop into the back fast in a hurry.
Yeah. That draft plays such a huge role, and you can't stay to the bottom. But those other guys behind you, they're getting all that speed from the draft. It looks like some people may be pinning here. I saw someone drop to the 22. Wow.
But like I say, here come, and like I say, that 21, he's being a little bit more aggressive. He said, I want to try to get this lead now. I've been running mid-pack all day. I want to try to lead this race too. Get my name up there on that TV board. As that 21, he's all over the back bumper of that 42. And
yeah, that 24 got a little tight. The 18's on the inside now.
And like saying, when all these guys racing may fall off, we seen like Titan and Trout, who may have a long run car, starting to play a pecker. They start, like I say, they are running down these front runners. As we see the 21 go real wide in 3 and 4, his car's starting to push coming out of 2. Let's see if he can get a run down the backstretch to keep that 3rd spot in front of Celtics, and he does.
Man, Trey, you called it.
Oh, here comes 88 to pit road.
Are you sure you haven't already watched this race? Are you sure you haven't already watched this race?
No, I
you know what's happening. You're smart with it. Good job,
no, I raced here in the All-Star race, and I raced the Dash race, and that tire fall means something. And like saying, with all this, that second pass caught back up with those guys, and it looks like the 96 and maybe the 42 maybe come to pit road, and maybe the 24 as well.
24, yeah.
So we might see a couple of these guys come to pit road. Here comes the 96. The 36 is on pit road. The 42 is on pit road. And with that, the 21 takes a little bit. Here comes Trout to the inside.
I think the 24 was speeding a bit there. He may have.
Like I said, we'll take a look and see how it goes, but
I'll keep an eye on these pit road guys.
as we go back to the front,
The 96.
as we go back to the front, we got the 18 lean followed by the 21, the 21, the 9, the 12, and the 38. So two of these drag drivers, like I said, these dance drivers, they're making a name for themselves. They put on a hard fight. Oh, 18's to the wall. 9 just got in the back. They all stacking up, trying to figure out where to go.
Oh my gosh.
We might see a couple of these guys come to pit road. Oh,
Yeah.
18 and Trout got a little contact for them back in the 9 car. It looked like, ooh, I don't know. The 18 may have got speeding penalty too. May have got speeding penalty too. The I guess the 9 didn't realize the 18 was coming down pit road after he hit the wall, and he just rear-ended him and got him. And he was, and I don't know how Trout did not spin out coming down pit road, because he was on that apron, and I swear he was doing his best drift depression he could do in that cup car.
It's that sticky caramel on his car.
It must be. Them caramel M&Ms must be doing wonders for him on them tires.
Yes, yes. It didn't seem like that 24 had a speeding penalty, so that was a really good pit stop by him. He's got to be careful because it can easily bite you later on in the race.
It looks like the 9 and the 12 still out there, but it looks like these guys might be coming to pit road now too. Now, what them saying out another lap, let's see how this strategy. Oh, the 12's around. 12's.
The 12's backwards. Is he going to hit pit road? He does.
Yeah, he does hit pit road, but how much time is he going to lose now because of that? It looks like he
every
just.
second counts.
Yeah,
right?
because it looked like he was trying. The 9 took a wider entry than the 12 and cut right in front of him, and 12 was trying to stay off him. But as they cycle through, let's see if we can find
It
out.
looks like they're coming to about 53 to go here. This will be something else, man, for sure.
I think they cycled through. I think RJ RJ got in a wreck coming up pit road too. I think the lead will go to will it be Celtics? Says Trout is in 4. So let's find Trout. So yeah, I think the lead will now go to will be the 88 of Celtics. As we see a couple cars coming down pit road too. Who's that white car? I think that's Lights of Plant. But yeah, as right now, I think the leader is the 88 of Celtics.
All right, there you go, Celtics, and he's got that 22.
Yeah, but the real thing, look who's in third right now. Look who's in third right now.
Man.
Titan, he made up a lot of ground on pit road, and that put him back in the picture now. And he's coming on.
It's that pit stop he had. It was a crazy fast pit stop.
It was that Hendrick pit stop. He must have got the 48, either the 88. Like I say, his other teammate, either the 48 pit crew or the 48 pit crew. Yeah, it might have got him out there faster. As he clears, the 22. Now he sets his eyes on his Chevrolet and Hendrick teammate of Celtics fan. As now he's closing the door fast. And I think he pitted a lap later than these guys, so he might have fresher tires too. And Celtics trying to pull a fight, and as they say that, they got a lap car in front of them of Lights of Plant, so this might make it a little bit tougher for Titan. As you see, Titans looks to the inside. He's gonna try and get his nose underneath there. It's gonna be side by side, coming down 4.
Just keep your nose clean. Keep the whole car clean. You got a lot of race to go. You don't want to be the car that wrecks.
And it looks like Titans gonna take the lead back.
Wow. Would you look at that? This kid's a racer. Like it's crazy. All these guys are going nuts right now. He's getting lucky, and he's just making it.
Ooh, car in the wall. Looks to be the 4 car of Bryce the Plant. I don't know if he had contact with the leaders or he just did just to get out the way of the leaders.
Wow. You know, I am sorry, but in a few minutes, Trey, I gotta leave. I made an arrangement before this one for real soon. So
yeah, you're fine. We'll keep the action going here.
Look at this. Look at this. Gosh, man.
Like I said, we're getting down there. We got about 40 laps to go, so they got to make at least 2 or 3 stops. So that's going to be another big problem, and it's going to make it very interesting. Because these top 3 guys has pulled away, and the closest guy to him is Trout in 4th. He's about 2 to 3 seconds behind these guys. And the thing I've seen is Titan has the fresher tires, and he's starting to pull away from these 2 guys. As see the 22 hit
really trying to work it.
Like I said, that means the tire fall off. That's how big the tire fall off is here. As we see Titan, he's under pressure by the 88 right now. AA's trying to close the door. Was AA backing off just save a little bit, maybe just stick with them?
I hope so.
Oh, 88's going to be tight coming out. He kisses the wall coming out too.
You know, the front end gets loose. You know, it gets a little high with that dirty air. Wow.
And I said they're spread out right now.
They really are. Everyone wants to caution except for Titans.
Pretty much. I'm trying to get to him. Where's he at?
Yeah, 5th place is about 6 seconds back, and they've got about 43 laps to go. We're coming to 42. This is some impressive stuff right here. These guys have been edge and seat racing.
And like I saying, this tire fall as I go, we got a battle for the 3rd spot. It looks like the 22 of Natfan, his car is starting to plow because he could not get to the corner. He just let Trout and Light Plants go, and Plants lap down, but it looks like the 22 may be coming to pit road soon because it looks like he cannot hold the car.
I hope so, because he was right behind the front 2 drivers.
And like I said, the guys I see that's going to have... But it's saying, the guys I see right now that looks to have a strong car is that 24. It looks like he made adjustments to help on out Laurent and Trout. And Trout is coming fast on Sultan, who may be coming to pit road soon too. Because if I remember right, him and the 22 pitted together. So as you just saw, it looks like the 88 just came down pit road. Now you see the 18 and the 24. As we got a battle back here between the 9 and the 96. As RPM and the 38
has a lot. I think that 96 still has a lot he can do. He's still got a lot he can show.
Oh, he's going to push it on the exit. Can he keep out the wall? It looks like he does. If not, he kissed it. He just gave it a French kiss going out too. And that's going.
I think it's going to come down to fuel, man. I think it might.
I think it's going. If not fuel, it's going to be. It's who's going to have the best car for a long run.
Yeah. Good point.
And it looks like that he might be getting a little bit of help from that 4 car, But Trout is starting to catch that 24, unless the 24 is getting ready to come down pit road, which he is. It looks like that 24 is coming down pit road, and he is.
He is.
And that's gonna put Trout out front, as he's got some. Now he's gonna have to deal with some lap traffic and some cars coming off pit road.
Wow. Man, this is some racing right here. After some of these guys get off pit road, I'm gonna bounce, but dude, enjoy the race. This is great. I'm gonna try and watch as much as I can.
Like I said, we're getting down to less than 30 to go. So with this stop, you might be able to make it. Maybe if you stretch it out longer, then maybe make it on maybe one more stop at most. As you see, the 18, he's coming to pit road this time.
Yeah, I think this one, Titans, the 88's right there. Oh, the 88's around him.
But yeah.
Titans is currently showing an 8.
Oh, it looks like the 18. It looks like the 18 rank coming down pit road. So that's gonna hurt him now. He's gonna lose a lot of time.
Oh man, see, that's when you need a caution.
Well, it looks like he was on pit road, but he spun coming down to it. He's gonna lose a lot of time because of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with his car and see how long it takes.
Because the 88, he's coming down 4 right now, coming to the front stretch. And I bet, ooh, looks like that 22's around. 22's in the grass. Oh, that's a
normal pit stop for the 18.
That's a tough break for the.
Unfortunate.
That's a tough break for that 22 as he comes back on the track.
Man,
that's tough. It looks like him and the 24 was side by side, and it may have looked like the 22 may have just clipped the apron and spun coming down towards the infield. That's a tough break for him. Now we see what the 24 of Titan, he's in second. And the thing I'm gonna look for is, has Celtics made adjustments to that car to help on the long run? Because we see that Titan, he's got a good car for the long run.
Yeah.
And if I'm Titan, I'm just waiting. Because once that 24, the 88 starts plowing, that's when you start making your move. If I was him, I would just run it for a little bit, keep my tires cool, and just run it out, close little at a time. Because I think the 24 has a better car than the 88 on the longer run. As we keep this green, I feel like that 24 has some. He may be able, like I say, if he can catch him, but he's got a good couple seconds gap in between him and the 88. But I think if that 24 can get back up there to his bumper, he has a little bit better car on the longer run. Like, it doesn't look like it gets that tight coming out the corner like the 88 and a lot of these guys been doing. Him and Trout have those cars, but it looks like they've been having a little bit of trouble right now on this run here.
Yeah, I think a big thing, especially if it goes green, you got to minimize your mistakes. Keep it clean. Minimize your mistakes.
Oh, contact!
Because you could have the fastest
Oh,
car,
big wreck! A wreck behind him! Oh, 22's in it, 23's in it, 36 is in it. Will that bring out a caution? It doesn't look like it will.
It doesn't. Wow. Hey, but man, I gotta bounce. But thanks, Trey, for talking with me. I always enjoy the time with you, man. You're an awesome guy. Thanks to everyone at Giggity Racing. Thanks for everyone that watched. The racing was so intense, I didn't have time to even look at the feed on YouTube. But dude, Kevin, Matt, Martin, Mike, Noko, what's up, dude? Get your stuff together. No, I'm sorry, man. That stinks. Josh or Josiah, man, all you guys, thanks for the love and the support to all these guys. I wish I could stay, but before I scheduled this, I had something scheduled for 8:30, and I got to go and get ready for that.
Oh, you're fine.
But thanks again, man. I really had a good time. I'll be watching. But good luck to everyone out there. Thanks for all those watching Giggity. It's been a blast. But hey, dude, I'll talk to you later. All right, Trey?
Yeah, alrighty.
All right, see you.
But like he said, this may come down. I think this race is gonna come down who has the better tire. And looks like the 88 has started to actually put up a bigger gap in between him and the 24. So this is gonna be something to see if the 24 can run down the 88 car or Celtics fan. But I wouldn't. If I was tight, I might start backing up. Maybe pick up his other Hendrick teammate of a Spanker and the other Chevrolet. Cause it looks like unless he can start running down, Spanker's starting to close a little bit of a gap between him and Titan. So that's something to watch out for too. Him, car fans, RKM and them. But it looks like Celtics has, like saying, checked out right now. So I said we can only hope that he can run down. Maybe we can get another quick battle for the lead. Oh, looks like the 24 maybe saying he's coming to pit road. He may come pit early, trying to see if we can close that gap towards the 88. It looks like here comes the 24. Is he coming down? No, he might stay out another lap or two. Or he might just got loose coming out of two. But as I talk about it, let's just go in the back here. Let's talk about some other drivers. Tough, like I said, we're going to go on board with Trout, who had a little incident on pit road. Now he's struggling in the back here. Oh, we see the 22 go way wide coming out too. He scraped the wall as Trout and RKM drive around him. But it looks like Trout, he's one of the guys I see, if he can get back up there, if he catch a caution, he's one of the guys that contend up there. Because it looks like he has a good long run car. It doesn't really look like it pushes coming out the corners like some of these guys are having trouble with. So let's keep an eye on him later on. Maybe we can get a quick caution. Maybe he can pull some of that Kyle Busch magic, just start dominating at the end of the race. Then we go on board with Taddy, who, like I say, had a little incident in the later on. He's still up there right behind them. Trout, RJ, and Nat Fan, who's running probably 6, 7, 8. He's in 9. So Taddy, he was another guy who ran up for early in the stages, just has some bad luck, a little bit of backstretch. And we see the 22 and the 4 make a little contact coming down. I don't think the 4 like how the 22 ran him up the track a little bit, but it might be because that 22 maybe starting to plow. Here comes as you see the 42 and the 22 come down pit road. As we see some cars starting to make some green flag pit stops, and it looks like the 9s actually caught up to the passed the 24, and it looks like they starting to catch that 88 Celtics. I wonder if he's starting to save a little fuel, or the car is just starting to go so far away that them leaders are starting to catch up with them. Cause we're getting down there to about 20 to go. I wonder if some of these guys maybe starting to save a little fuel, maybe. As I said, here comes the 88 to pit road. 88's coming down. That brings the lead to the 9 car Spanker. And like saying, I wonder if maybe Celtics tries to save a little fuel, maybe trying to stretch it, trying to get to the end. Now the thing I'm going to look out to see who's going to stretch the fuel a little bit, because saying we're at 22 to go, and they about get probably maybe 15 to 20 laps on a full tank of gas. I'm wondering if anybody's going to try to stretch that, trying to get down pit road. As you see, Spanker and Titan leaner, and we got, and like I said, let's get a shout out. Cause I think that 38 of Bad For You is in third right now. So that's a good solid run for them. Like I said, one of the guys that had to race his way through in the dash. So that's a good race for him. The 22 and Nap, like I said, he already made his pit stop. He's a couple lap down now, but he's been running off from a lot today. So let's get, he's doing great. That 21 Cars fan, a lot of these guys, and all these guys are development drivers. So for them to be racing this up front most of the race, to say it's showing a lot, they have a bright future here in this league. A lot, because I say next year, like I said, they're in the free agency, so all thing I can say, they got number up, going up from here, because they might begin to hire up to get into maybe a full-time truck ride, and maybe even an Xfinity ride, maybe by the end of this year. But looks like the 24 is coming out as the 9. Looks to be still out there, and looks like either the 24 caught the apron and got loose. That's a tough break. If I was, like I said, if I was Titan, I'd bring it. It looks like he is going to bring it to pit road now. But how much time did he lose for spinning in 1 and 2? That's the real question. Now with Spanker staying out, looks like him, Spanker, and Trout are still out there as we come with 17 to go. I wonder if some of these guys maybe trying to play a little strategy just so they can get enough fuel to make it to the end. While some of these guys who pit early now, they might be getting close to maybe getting close on fuel mileage to come down. We see Trout on the apron. He's coming to pit road. Oh, the 38 right coming down pit road. See if he can get his car going straight. See 24 coming out. See if we can get back up to Spanker and that 9 car. See when he pits. He might try to stretch it a couple more laps. Maybe try to run it bone dry so he can get to the end of the stage. Here he comes to pit road. And that'll open up the door for, I think that'll bring Celtics back to the lead when he gets around them. No, I think that it might actually put Nap up front now. Cause it looks like he's out in front of the 88 Celtics fan. But the question is, can he make it to the end of the race on fuel? Cause he pitted a couple laps earlier than Celtics, and we might be seeing Celtics just back off a little bit because he's putting a big gap between him and Nap. So maybe Celtics saving a little fuel, trying to get to the end of this race. Cause it looks like the 96 and the 24 is running him down, and at most a lot of guys that probably couldn't make it now are the 9 and possibly the 18, and maybe the 24 if he can draft a couple laps. But it looks like that 22 is pulling away. I wonder, like I'm saying, if he can stay out there. It looks like that 9's up front, and maybe the 9 maybe still be the leader. As I said, I'll try to figure it out. But look, maybe the 9 playing a little strategy, maybe trying to stay out front. Cause now he got Larson. I'm not Larson. The 22 and Nat fan all over the back bumper of him. Yeah, right. Go. Actually, no. It looks to be that Napan's actually a lap down, and Spanker is still the race leader. So I wondered, did he maybe play a little strategy, maybe took 2 tires, just enough fuel to get to the end of the stage, end of the race. But looks to see that we got it looks to be Spanker in first, Titan in second, RTM in third, and Celtics in fourth. So a lot of these guys maybe playing a little strategy, trying to stretch fuel, trying to get to the end of this race. But on that, I can think of maybe Spanker may have enough to get to the end here. As I think we're coming less than 10 laps to go. So it's getting close down to the wire here. As we see a lot of guys backing off, and we see Titan, he's closing the gap. He's going all out, and looks like maybe the 96 and the 88, maybe he's trying to save a little fuel here. I said we're in the less than 10 to go, and I said we got 8 laps left racing. So, like I say, it looks like Titan is closing the gap between him and Spanker. So the only question: does Titan have enough fuel to make it? Does Spanker have enough fuel to make it to the end of this race? Or will they run out coming to get the checker flag? I say it looks like Titan is closing little by little as he's right behind the 22. If I was Titan, I'll just drop behind 22, save a little fuel, or I say that he gets past the 22. But like the 42 comes down pit road, he's gonna drop back down. That might hurt Titan's run just a little bit, but he got out the way as he saw the leaders coming. But as the only thing I can think of, will this race coming down to fuel money? Will this be the race that comes down to tires? I say I wonder how hard Titan is pushing, because he can see the leaders right now as the 9 of Springer puts the 21 car fans lap down. But as I said, the Titan hits the wall coming down too, so that's gonna open up the door for Spanker to open up the gap a little more, maybe take some pressure off him. But the one thing Titan needs to have is something that 9 car either make a mistake or something. Or this 9 car is gonna pull away. And like I say, he came out of nowhere as playing a little strategy, maybe stay out a couple more laps, just shorten the fuel mileage, maybe just took enough to get to the end of the stage, and maybe took 2 tires. So, like I say, we can only see what can happen, because I'm not in that crew box of the 9. I would assume as when he pitted, he should have enough fuel to make it to the end. But as we pan back around, we actually got a battle back here for third with RKM, Celtics, Trout, and the 38 of... Actually, no. Trout, yeah. Got a 4-car battle for third with RKM, Celtics, Trout, and Bad For You as they all battle for third spot. But I wonder if some of these guys can actually make it on fuel. I think... Oh, contact with the 18 and the 88. Trout and the Celtics made a little contact. Trout got put in the grass, and that slowed up 38, and they all kept it together. What a save by those guys. But that hurt the 38 Bad For You's right, and Trout, as that lets the Celtics fan and RKM pull away just a little bit. But it looks like Trout coming back, and he might be wanting to return a favor to that 88, as we see Celtics look to get around that the 96 RKM. Here comes Trout over the back bumper. Oh, contact with the 88 and the 18. Maybe some payback for that from Trout. He, I don't know, but it looks like he was a big winner all day. Gained about 3 or 4 spots, almost taking out his Toyota teammate RKM. And I think that's the race. And it may look like, I think the winner of the race is Spanker. We lost count, but yeah, the winner of this race is Spanker in that 9 car. What a run for him, even though we didn't get to see it. But what a run for Spanker as he picks up the win here at the honors for Paso 250 at Texas. And he's our big race winner of the night. And and looks like, and I say second place goes to Titan. Solid run for the rookie. Third place go to Trout. I see why he made that big move going into 3 and 4. He gained a couple spots. Fourth is RKM and fifth is Celtics running out the top 10. But solid run for our dash drivers. Actually, no, the 38 Bad For You had got fifth. So a good run for some of these dash drivers and a solid run for them. But like I said, the winner of the day, the first race of the night for the El Paso honors goes to the 9 car Spanker. And we're gonna take a little break and come back for Vegas. So don't go far. We'll be back in a little bit for the race at for Vegas. So we'll be back shortly.